This is just going to be an update on what is going on with my recovery journey. I haven't posted for a while again, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try to explain why that is as well. I mentioned to my therapist that I told her that I have a YouTube channel. I didn't tell her what it was. I also told her that I have quite a few followers on Instagram, blah, 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 that I'm doing all this. And I told her that since I've been doing all of this trauma therapy and stuff, like in this last year, since I've been talking to therapists and talking to, psychiatrists, and I have like the talk therapist and I have the somatic therapist, and, I had the EMDR therapist earlier. And so she said that maybe it could be because, I was getting validation. Like this was a form of therapy for me, and now I'm getting that from somewhere else. I can see how that could be, part of it. But also the fact that I'm doing all of that is like so much that I don't have a lot of energy for anything else. And that is like the gist of it, like a lot of people explain it using like that they only have so many spoons, and after doing everything that they've done, like you used up all your spoons. And so you can look at it that way. I don't have enough spoons to do all of that and this. So basically, like what I have been doing is still, like I was posting on Instagram up until I've just taken a 2-week break. So I'm on that 2-week break now. And I've just learned about a new analogy, and I really, really love it. So I'm just going to use that to explain it to you, because it really helped me understand what's going on with me. So, when we have CPTSD, a lot of the times we can have a dysregulated nervous system. Like that's like basically what people call when you're in PTSD mode or survival mode. Basically, your autonomic nervous system is dysregulated when that's happening. And so I've been learning about this, and a really awesome analogy is using a swimming pool and beach balls. So I am the swimming pool, right? I'm the swimming pool, and the swimming pool has so much capacity, right? Like it's, so much, only so many things can fit in it. There's water in there, and then you put all these beach balls. So the beach balls in the swimming pool represent the traumas or the stressors, so to speak. So you know how in psychology they have the big T, little t traumas? So the big T traumas are like the things like, they're called big T, but they're like the things that happen, like the PTSD things. And then the little balls are the complex trauma things. Like these are the things from childhood trauma, the things that they're little, but they can fit in all those little, like it's not like the big and little doesn't mean that they're not as big. They're not a big thing. They're little, but they can fit in all the nooks and crannies where nothing else can fit. And so there's room for more of them. So my balls, my swimming pool is crammed full. There's no room to fit any more balls in there. So anytime there's another stressor that tries to enter, it's too much. Like it's too much. So it gets just I get dysregulated, and I'm either hypervigilant or I'm in freeze. And that is what's happening with the autonomic nervous system. It's like you're either off the charts in hypervigilance or crash down and like just living in this freeze mode. And we're meant to go up and down like on this this normal range of I can't remember what it's called, but it's like like a stressor will happen and we'll normally go up, but then we'll come back down normally. But with somebody who has PTSD or complex PTSD like I do, when a stressor comes in, it causes that to go, like say the normal range is between here and here, it causes it to go up off the charts, and then it crashes down below the normal range. So it's like we're stuck, we're in freeze, we're shut down, and then that can drag out over time instead of coming back up like it should right away. So anyways, I hope that wasn't too confusing, because I'm went into explaining something else. Like, it's not something else, but it's like a different graph that explains the same thing. So anyways, so if another stressor comes in, there's no room for it, so it throws you off the charts, right? So doing trauma therapy and nervous system regulation kind of exercises, what those do is it doesn't, like some of that, you know, like EMDR will pop out a few of those bigger balls, you know. You can do some EMDR therapy and also what other, you know, other kind of therapy that you're doing, like if you're doing internal family systems or somatic therapy, or what have you. So it, you know, so say in EMDR, like I've, you know, like got rid of a few of these things that were still bothering me, basically, you know, from my past. So those balls got popped back out of there, and it felt like I had more capacity. And also too, when I was doing somatic therapy in the beginning, I just felt like I had more capacity and I could do things. Like when that pool is full and there's no room for anything else, there's no room for anything else. Like literally, like showering and brushing my teeth, like those are things that are other things. Like literally when I'm, you know, like in freeze, the kind of things that you take for granted that are just things that people do every day. It's like I basically, those things fall to the wayside just so I can do these other things. So in doing the nervous system regulation exercises, things such as, you know, like some sort of mindfulness, like grounding exercises, somatic therapy, and whatnot, what that does is it can cause the pool to actually get bigger. Okay? So we're not just getting rid of balls, getting rid of these traumas, you know, so that they no longer bother us, but we're increasing the capacity so the pool gets bigger. Like we have more room. So even though we still have all that stuff, we have more room for the day-to-day things. Any little thing from the day-to-day won't send us off the charts. When that capacity also opens, what also happens, right, is sometimes there's been balls that have been shoved down below, under the water, held down by all these other things. They'll pop up, right? Those balls are going to pop up and you're going to remember things. So new things will come up, not just from outside, but from inside. So that's another reason why we need to work on building our capacity. Basically, I think that's what I wanted to do in this video, is just explain that, what I've learned, and pass that on to you guys. So I will link down below where I found this information. So yeah, so check that out and let me know what you think. And I really do recommend that you look into somatic therapy and things that will increase your nervous system capacity, because that's what we need so that we are able to address this stuff, you know, the childhood trauma that is, you know, continuing to cause problems in our lives today. And yeah, so that's about it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will talk to you soon. All right, peace and love. Bye.